YouTube, what's good with y'all, man? It's your boy Justice coming back at y'all with another YouTube read, another Energy Collective read. I hope this finds y'all at a clarifying time of your day. Happy New Year to all my soul fam. If this finds you on the New Year's Day, you know it may not find you on the first day of the year, but it is a brand new start to a new beginning of a new chapter. However it is that you kind of relate to that or align with that kind of message. Without further ado, let's go ahead and start off on the right note. I appreciate every one of your likes, comments, shares, and subscribes. Let's go and get into it. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Angels of the highest to white light, please bestow upon me clear and concise channel messages for exactly what my collective needs to hear today. I think my AirPods is going to die soon, low-key. But use your third eye and intuition for your next decisions. There's something about discernment, making it out of some type of system. Share your gifts, some type of gift. Somebody has gifts. Whoever I'm tapping into, you have some type of key out of a certain hole, so to speak, or a certain locked door to a certain locked door. Your work field is meant to bring rainbows and sunshines into people's days, so that locked door could represent your own vibration, upliftment, or you rising in your vibration. There's something that was either challenging your rise to vibration, your healing within, something internally. Whoever I'm tapping into, I'm really picking up on something like powerful in your spirit. You're very powerful. That's funny. Powerful in your spirits that had either what I'm getting from gang stalking, whoever I'm tapping into, you may have had people watching you from jump, from like birth, like studying, experimenting, or experimenting on you. Hierophant energy, I could be talking to a Taurus, but based on the energy, it's depicting to me, whoever I'm tapping into, you have or always have had a great beacon of light that kind of reflected from your spirit, from your aura, from your energy field that either couldn't be explained, accepted, or seen for what it was. So I feel like whoever I'm tapping into, I think this is like I was going to say in the beginning of the read, this has something to do with family, how you grew up, who you grew up with, who was taking care of you, and maybe things behind that. I'm not sure. I'm picking up on like secrets, hidden information, things like that, of course, right? So take what resonates, face your fears and face the courageous results. But I'm getting in a familial dynamic. There was something that about your energy that had you like people either awakened or they saw you different or they had you kind of indirectly monitored. And when I say indirectly monitored, it can go from, small as multiple family members talking behind your back and they all keeping this kind of eye on you, so to speak, right? To it can scale that from that to like governmental experimentation in terms of like seeing certain things, sold out information, people being able to gain access to devices, access to certain things, DNA records, doctor records, things like that, blood tests, testing your DNA. There's something whoever I'm tapping into, you have some type of royalty or something that is looked at or emanated to be of royalty or royal honor is what I'm getting. You are underestimated and they all know it. Two of Pentacles energy. There's something about people coming to the realization that this is no facade. Whether this is like, I don't know, this is a commonality energy right now in terms of maybe you're grown up, right? Whoever I'm tapping into. Most people I'm tapped into are very grown up. So this could be just like a developmental kind of energetic thing or development of energy that kind of pertains to how this reflects to you now. Because I feel like whoever you are in this energy, you're either understanding, accepting, or rising to, like I said, vibration or enhancing a vibration. Maybe there was a systematic approach or cycling that was happening in somebody's life that was keeping them lowered, keeping them unconscious, or keeping them, there's a necessity on unconscious, a necessity on asleep, a necessity on lack of self-esteem or self-identity. So brainwashing, what MK Ultra is significant. And without fancy ass words and things like a fear-mongering word like MK Ultra that sounds like a conspiracy theory and shit. It's really psychological warfare to warp your mind and your psyche so they can, or so whatever entity or whatever energy can use it to its highest discretion. And this connotation, whoever I'm tapping into, you may have gone through experiences, whether familial dynamics or whether you had friends, you met close friends or whatever, friends, family, people that got a hold of your spirit in terms of the knowledge, understanding, or perception to see something about your spirit that maybe you weren't seeing about yourself. Introspection, I feel like this is representing a period of time that think this represents an awakening period of time for somebody that either recently or there was a developmental point that shifted somebody's consciousness. Six of Pentacles energy represents somebody that was very generous, known to be generous, people-pleasing, known to be kind of one that overcompensated for the herd, right? Overcompensated, gave the shirt off their back for the next, right? There's something about that energy. There's something about whoever I'm tapping into, like the Six of Pentacles also speaks to like having an overabundance in your cup, right? Whatever that cup is filled with, right? And being able to pour it out, or wanting to use that generosity to pour that said cup out, right? So whoever I'm tapping into, maybe this was a expected behavior from you, expected depiction of what you're supposed to be. And when I say supposed to be, it's indirect, right? It's hidden. Like, you may not be told that, you may not be acted toward like that if you act different, but once you start acting different, it's almost like somebody had, or something had, or a system or a group of people had a systematic understanding of you. What I'm saying by that, without the fanciness, when you start moving different, or let's say you start moving in alignment, let's say you started awakening, right? There was a transition, there was a shift, you started awakening. That movement caused, I'm feeling nausea in my system as I'm speaking it, so it may have caused like disorientation from those that expected you to orientate yourself in the way that you always did, or in the way that they expected you to, or even influenced you to, or made you to. There's a generalization in this type of readings, but we starting off the year fire, you know what I mean? We're going straight at things. I'm not going to be so indirect now. I'm going to be more direct. I feel like, I think there's more importance because things are coming out more direct. People are starting to understand what the hell I'm saying. You know what I mean? Short mail is significant, but this speaks to people that weren't standing in truth. They weren't speaking truth. They weren't providing truth, or they were so accustomed or enabled. So whoever I'm tapping into, you may have been in a system. Let's use an example, because everything's going to generalize for everybody. So bear with me. Take what resonates. So let's say you grew up in a familial system that needed you not to awaken, so that they could keep munching off your energy and keep kind of being able to succeed or whatever, heal themselves or harvest that energy for their own good, right? There's something about that truth, if you found the truth, or if you understood the truth, like I said, the law of correspondence and law of cause and effect that creates that separation, the space for karma, or the reallocation of energy to swirl in, right? So if you're following me, there's some type of situation dynamic that you needed to be dimmed, hindered, or gaslit, crazy, shamed, degraded. There's something about, it didn't matter what the hell it was, but it's really business, or it's really spiritual. That's a message for somebody. In terms of what the perception of why these attacks come from. It's not like, oh, you need, like, somebody's dead set on making you feel a certain way. It's not really like that. It is, but it's not. It's deeper. They need you to be out of your power and in your shell. Go back in that fucking shell and hide, right? That's a message for somebody. That's literally what that kind of is coming from. When they're trying to make you feel defamed or degraded, shamed, or whatever that persecution lies in, it comes from a truth that they don't want you to find in yourself, right? And it's kind of like that Matrix, like the movie, right? Of course. It's like Neo. It's the whole kind of thing. It's like with the Agent Smiths. It's giving me that energy. That's a channel message. So like people that are co-aligned or co-assimilated with the same kind of collective consciousness, so to speak, in terms of perceiving you or whoever I'm tapping into, right? What I'm saying is with that, it's almost like an Agent Smith system in terms of people collecting information, talking about you behind your backs, things like that. It's like the Truman Show too. Significant, all channel messages in this theme. It's a spiritual death trap going against you though. There's something about the way that organized or like lies or cohesion or swindling, like that swindle versus stealing concept. Like if you're new to this video and didn't see the video when I was talking about the swindling concept, look up the definition, etymology of swindling versus stealing. It's not stealing. It'll change your perception of energy, how it works. It's totally different. But whoever I'm tapping into, this is because like people have to go around you, or things have to go around you, so to speak, or if things feel off in your reality, or these type of things, these glitches that happen in your matrix or your reality, are a reflection of the spiritual protection around you. Whoever I'm tapping into, you may be very anointed, you may be very protected, you may have past life history on this planet, you may have things that you haven't even activated yet in your consciousness yet, but other people can feel, perceive, but they don't know what the fuck that means. What I'm saying is, if you're following me, there's a spiritual protection system that has people having to play nice in your face, having people having to kind of systematically play a certain way with you, because there's things like if they came directly at you, there's something that would happen, right? And that's something that's understood, felt, and heard in all realms by these peoples, these souls. When you are tapped in, when you are protected like that, and you have an alignment with the Most High God, people know that shit, right? And there's something about keeping lies or keeping things hidden or keeping you at a certain stalemate point indirectly or directly even sometimes, so you don't get to a bigger truth that was indirectly hidden from you the whole time. So what I'm saying is, I'm tapping into a very big star seed. So you're very beautiful, very handsome. Whoever I'm tapping into, it's about, self care, self identification is going to be the biggest thing always targeted in this type of line of walk, right? It's a thin line, they say. It's a thin line. It's a very narrow, very thin road line that you're going to walk, right? And when you're walking this path, like I say, you walk in that truth, you're going to be ostracized. You're going to get attacked. You're going to get whatever. But more than anything, people are going to want to warp your mind and change your mind. Like, no, you're not going to think about this. You're not going to think like this because I think like this, or because we think like this, or because this is like this and this has always been like this. Fuck that, right? And whoever I'm tapping into, you're one of those people that say fuck that and break the whole thing, right? You break the whole thing down. That's what this is coming to be, right? That's the whole fucking point. Evil will family members or friends. So I'm talking about systematic karmic influences. When I say systematic karmic influences, before we come into this, world, this realm, we sign conscious contracts. Whether it's that person that you end up with, that person that breaks your heart, that person that sends you upon your spiritual awakening. Nigga, you signed up for that. Woman, you signed up for that. My mans, you signed up for that. And I'm not putting it back on nobody's face, but it's an empowering thing. It's an awakening thing. You signed up for these kind of experiences so you can come back and recollect all this information and remember why you're here so you can complete your mission. It's just a message. A lot of information. This is for January 1st. We getting this shit started. You know what I'm saying? Your power is meant to be seen and felt by many. Whoever I'm tapping into, you may have connections to ancient Egypt. I don't usually use that direct confirmation, but in this theme, how we talking, is probably, it probably adheres. You may have real ancient connections. That may be somewhat in my title because this is going to be for my ancient, DNA activators or activating people at this time that are especially entering shifts or empowering timelines. And when I'm saying empowering timelines, when you have the understanding of yourself, what's gonna happen by way of what I was saying, the law of correspondence and the law of cause and effect and the law of relativity. It's your relativity of your consciousness that literally gives consent and understands or gives no consent to what starts to reflect outwardly. It's the consistency, it's the choices, the discernment, and the discipline to continue in that kind of energetic cultivation or manipulation, right? It is manipulation, it's cultivation, right? It's being the medium in between circumstances, energetic polarities, whatever, right? It's about how consistently and disciplined and how you can continue to make those choices that is going to continue to reflect in your reality, which means that inwardly we are creating and architecting every part of what reflects outwardly. It's just a reminder for somebody, but this is one of those zoom out messages for somebody that goes through or has been going through these experiences for a reason. You don't get ostracized, you don't get spiritually attacked, you don't get your life attempted to be taken from you for no reason. You know what I'm saying? That's a message for somebody because you got this magical energy, this magician energy, and you're very irreplaceable. Ancient royalty followed out by it. So let go of others' projections. They're only illusions. So where I'm tapping into, it's some type of royalty over your life. It's whatever applies to you in terms of where your strength lies or where that is that you make people feel fearful of in regards to you. So let's say you're intimidating because you speak up. You're intimidating because you go against the norm. You're intimidating because you don't follow groups. You're intimidating because whatever that is, or because of a strength you hold deep down, or a talent you hold, or an intuition you hold, or a mind, that present awareness you hold. Either way, whoever I'm tapping into, you vibrate on high frequency, but also I'm getting from that, you're meant to be high vibrating and prioritizing a higher frequency. The higher you rise, the more and more, like I said, that relativity is going to reflect to you what you understand within yourself. It's all vibrational. Vibration is information, just like light. I think I meant light is information. Like light, the etymology, isn't it information, right? Energetically. Vibration, I feel like I just mixed that up. Either way, I just saw a car just speed the fuck past. All the envy of in your life is proof of God's glory of your life. So there's something about gratification of the understanding of where that shit comes from, understanding where that perspective comes from, understanding where these, I'm tapping into somebody that maybe you grew up with, people that are watching you for the wrong reasons, sending you spell work hiddenly and still be in your face smiling to make sure that you see that they smile in your face, or so you can see that they are nice to you, so you can see whatever that is, right? There's something about that. I'm getting that kind of energy. Death spells don't work on you. There's something about spiritual protection like that. Either whoever I'm tapping into, you've had people that's trying to work around your protection system all your life since you were a kid. Energy vampires around you. You may have grown up with energy vampires. You could have grown up in a household with them. It doesn't really matter. It's about the connotation of like there's some type of repeated experience, a repeated outcome, a repeated cycle that somebody or some people were expecting or wanting to be delivered through your energy. So what I'm saying is, in some way, shape, or form, you were supposed to be a sacrificial lamb for somebody else's success, for somebody else's stability, for somebody else's ability to heal, because your ass is the one who has the source of energy. And so they need to chastise you. They need to put you in this place. They need to make you feel fearful so they can hold you in and make you feel uncomfortable enough to box you in and prey on your vulnerability. Eight of Swords energy, confirming what I'm saying. The Justice energy, also balancing out. There's something about backfires. There's something about the intensified backfires that happen when, you may have a powerful spirit team behind you, whoever I'm tapping into. So it's about the awareness. So saying this to say, go ahead and bear with me. So I'm moving a little too quick. So with the awareness, there's something about the awareness of your spiritual presence around you, or the awareness when they catch somebody playing in your energy, when they catch somebody plotting on you. So they're saying that to say there's a need, and there's a even further validation or a further need to be hidden. There's a further need to be behind your back. There's a further need to kind of hide shit. Start throwing shit under the bus. Start hiding shit that they was already doing, because it's going to start coming to light. But you're shifting timelines rapidly. Whoever I'm tapping into is going to be a big year for you. You're in alignment with your desires. It's going to be a big year for somebody that I'm tapping into, because you've been doing the work. You're not allowing anybody to stop you. And that's what's going to keep on manifesting further in terms of the law of cause and effect. Whether you've been growing up since a kid going through attacks, I'm getting that. It's literally the general theme of the message. You're very gifted, or you're very strong, or you have a lot of money over your life, whatever that is, you know what I mean? There's no in between with shit like that. People be hating on people, but like, bruh, I'm telling you, there's no systematic approach. There's no big approach to one person since they were a child or since they were younger if you weren't gifted or if you weren't set apart. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to just see it for what it is. When a motherfucker hating on you, and he's like, motherfucker, what's wrong with your day? Like, motherfucker, why are you coming at me like that? Because your day fucked up? It's like, not even like that. It gets to a point, because I'm just thinking back from my own memories. It's like, I had to understand that it's not even because their day fucked up. It's not because they just projecting. They feel like that toward my spirit. Like, it's a genuine thing. Like, some people really feel like that. And I'm saying this to say, because they start obsessively watching you. They start stalking you. They start watching your moves, clocking your moves. When you don't like a motherfucker, you ain't gonna watch a motherfucker. I'm telling you. Like, but when you obsess with a motherfucker, when you want to do something to somebody, when you have spite and impulsivity towards somebody, that's what keeps you glued, right? Because if you just don't like somebody, I'm cool. I don't fuck with that person. I don't really respect this. I don't really agree with that. I'm gonna move around my day, right? When somebody can cling on to your energy like that and then try to play it like a certain way and try to make it something else, like, nah. Time shows and time prevails. That's a message for somebody. But for you, there's something about the vibration and understanding what the attack is. Spiritual. It's not about flesh. It's not about eyes. It's not about ears. It's not about mouths. It's not about what we speak, hear, see. It's about what we sense in the spirit. And that's what the whole trigger is for your spirit. That's the whole trigger on the opposite level. It is a trigger. Because I'm sure that it's a trigger to you to know that, damn, like, why I feel so much darkness from you? Why do I feel this person on my ass? Why I feel like this person is prying on me? Why I feel like this person is stalking me? You feel me? And it's like all systematic in terms of trying to kind of limit that vibration instead of them moving about their day and going about their vibrations and heightening themselves. They want to lower you. Why? Because they feel like you're already heightened. That's the relativity to somebody. They feel like you got to be dimmed. They feel like you got to be humbled. They feel like you got to be mediated. So if somebody wants to talk to you, it's just about using discernment with people that's trying to approach you at this time. It's not you. It's not you, it's your approach to viewing the situation. Exactly confirming what I'm saying. It's about the discernment, seeing where somebody's coming from, and be real with it. No matter if that's your lover, no matter if that's your best friend, I don't care if that's your parent. See the intentions. Discern and just be able to see it. Sometimes, and I can relate to this energy. You don't want to see it, so you pacify something. Nah, you got to see it for what it is before it gets to a bigger problem. Your art is needed, bro or sis. There's something about gifts. There's something about your expression. Maybe your life story could be expressed in a creative facet, in a visualizing facet, or a embodying facet that reflects outward to people, that motivates people, or awakens people, or uplifts people, or you just never know, entertains people, whatever that is, fool. I said fool. But whoever I'm tapping into, like, playing robbery, don't let nobody take your joy. Don't let nobody take your peace, because whoever I'm tapping into, you got a powerful energy that I don't know what you're going to do. You probably don't even know what you're going to do. I didn't know what I was going to do. I don't know, like, this ain't even the end all be all. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where this is going to take me next, right? But it's just a message for somebody. Don't let something take your confidence, take your vibration down from you, because you don't know what's aligned for you. You don't know what that is teaching you. Don't let that experience, don't let that person, don't let none of that shit degrade, shame, or motivate you to go back into a lower version of yourself that is desired. That's what I'm saying. Because there's a higher version of yourself that is probably more feared, more intimidating, it gives more pressure to people that are trying to limit you, that are trying to decode you, that are trying to marginalize you. Fuck all of that. Stand tall. It's a new motherfucking year. And that's my last message. If you need a person with me, at Shamika-san with a C and Shamika@gmail.com. This is going to be my last day because I have not come up with my prices for the personal bookings. And I still do have some personal bookings to do, actually. I really do. That's what's funny. I did not finish all of my bookings, but that is actually a funny one. Started off the new year, still got some from last year. But I'm being easy on myself. Be graceful on yourself the best you can. But still getting these bookings down. I think I had something else. Damn, I think I did have something. Yeah, that's what I was meaning. It's still a sale. I still have the sale from December for this last day. I'm still doing the sale because I did not get all my bookings done. I'm still doing it for this last day because I have not got my prices and everything capitalized in terms of, like, finished for advertising and showing things like that. But it's your boy Justice. I appreciate your likes, comments, shares, and subscribes. Whoever I'm tapping into, you got a special calling, and I'm just illuminating certain things that made you feel a little weird or made you feel a little different since maybe you were younger, or maybe when you were, like, maybe it's going on for years. You know what I'm saying? If it's not when you were a kid, whatever it is. But that's the general theme of the message. It's your boy Justice. I'm sending my love and ashe. Peace out.